のパワーを。
Hello, hello. Good morning. Can everyone hear me and see the Bitcoin charts? All good. All right. Gabriel, good morning. Matt, Jurgen, Alex, Romano, super satisfying. Crypto Night, Tusho. What's up, what's up? What a morning to wake up. Damn. Pump it. All right, so let's jump straight into it, I guess. Welcome everyone. First, I just want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of the streams, which is PrimeXBT, an exchange where you can trade commodities when they're hot, indices when they're not, and crypto, of course, also Forex. Yeah, so different markets with a Bitcoin-based account or USDT or whatever crypto currency you want. So I have a link in the description as well as a promo code which you can use to get up to $7,000 in bonuses. So definitely head over there to check it out. Okay. Now Bitcoin. So yeah, the move happened. We were watching. We caught the long. Beautiful. So yeah, let's see. I'm not gonna start off on a clean chart since the levels are pretty much exactly the same. Why? Well, because we've basically been in this stupid range where we buy dips and sell them when in profit. And basically, yeah, I mean, people flip from bearish to bullish to bearish to bullish, which is beautiful to see because we're simply ranging here, right? The move hasn't even happened yet. If this move is bearish, the move starts below here, probably below this blue area, and if it's bullish, the move probably starts above this. And once either of these break, I expect, yeah, big volatility. To the upside, I'd say at least 57s. And to the downside, yeah, then it's probably towards those range lows everyone's talking about. But for now, obviously, I'm gonna keep fading the majority. And yeah, what gave me the most... yeah, why was I so confident in longs yesterday? Well, because we were back at range lows. Key liquidity to the downside had been swept. And yeah, the sentiment was extremely bearish. So as you can see, we had a beautiful Monday range. Let's mark that out quickly. Yeah, so Monday low was sitting right here. Monday high was sitting right here. But the main thing that gave me confidence in longs was this move here. So we swept these highs, left these unswept, which was already a good sign for upside targets. And then we nuked, and everyone on Twitter and yeah, basically everywhere was bearish as fuck. Everyone was already calling for the lows while we barely saw any downside. Key liquidity, last week's Monday low here, as you can see, had been swept. We had one more key low below, which is why I kept my stops below here, just in case we would see, yeah, something like this and then see the upside. But I definitely wasn't looking for shorts down here. So the main reason why I was looking for longs is because this move didn't take out liquidity above here. If this move here would have done this, then I would have been less confident in longing down here. But it's always about where to mark out key highs and key lows and seeing where key liquidity is resting. And in this case, damn, we're still pumping. In this case, we left so much liquidity to the upside and took out almost all liquidity to the downside. Holy shit, 5.2 million liquidated short. Anyways, and so yeah, downside liquidity swept, a shitload of liquidity to the upside, and sentiment bearish as fuck. Well, that's all key all key factors for a massive short squeeze. And that's exactly what we got overnight. So yeah, if you follow me on Twitter, I was bullish down here. I was looking for longs. I longed on Monday already, longed here, closed it up here, then re-longed after this sweep entry was like right here, and then I had a TP overnight for half of my position above Monday high, which was here, and yeah, I woke up to the rest being in profit up here and then closed it there, the rest. So yeah, beautiful week so far. So yeah, that's basically what yeah, the reasoning for the long I took. Also, as you can see on high block, we had this here, right? So we took out all of this liquidity. So as you can see, nice block of levels here, which got taken out on this move and on this move. Then another sweep here. And then we barely had any levels to the downside. Had some 100 X's sitting right here, which got taken out on this beautiful sweep. And as you can see, this was sitting to the upside. This and this. And yeah, as you know, I focus a lot on liquidity, on key highs and key lows, and we had key highs sitting above with these levels above and these levels above. So yeah, like I said, that's like everything you want to see if you're looking for a big short squeeze. So yeah, just beautifully played out. Yeah, so that's it. Now, what am I watching next? So yeah, it's classic that whenever we're at the bottom of a range and everything's there for a short squeeze, everyone's bearish as fuck. And then you get the pump, so you were right, and then now everyone is flipping bullish again. So I'm not saying I'm fading this, but yeah, I'm definitely not longing up here. Now, the key areas you want to be watching here, in my opinion, is the monthly open. If the supply up here is gonna cap upside, the monthly open should hold, I think. So possibly a dip here, then another bounce. But if we get something like where we form a key high and then go for that high, sweep that high into the monthly open, and we get rejected, then I'm most likely gonna take a short. Stops right above this level, last week's Monday high, and then the target would be down here again. So right now we still have, yeah, pretty much equal lows right here. We have this low and this low. Wouldn't it be beautiful if we go for the lows from here? I'm definitely not saying it's gonna happen, but I'm gonna be cautious, which it's also the reason why I got out of my longs up here, because yeah, it's classic whenever everyone's calling for the lows in an area, then barely it's gonna straight up dump for those lows. What it tends to do then is take out all those people calling for the lows, so pumping, make them all bullish again, they start longing again, and then we just reverse it and dump all the way back down. So yeah, I mean, I've been pretty much doing the same over and over again within this range, which is simply longing when we're down here and everyone's calling for the lows, and then closing whenever we got the pump. And in a lot of cases, the pump got retraced straight away. I was long from here, closed up here, and as you can see, boom. Well, not maybe the entire move, but yeah, same here, boom, and then all the way back down, boom, all the way back down. So yeah, are we making higher lows? Not sure. Are we just setting up for the move to the downside? I have no clue. I'm mostly a day trader, and just play intraday moves and take profits. I don't really care about a swing, my swing bias, but yeah, I think at the moment that the lows, that the chances you get these lows are close to zero. Well, maybe not close to zero, but I just don't see it happening. I think we're setting up for a bigger move to the upside, to be honest. So yeah, basically here on the lower time frames, looking for some ranging. We just swept local highs, so yeah, I'm definitely not shorting here, although shorting up here now makes more sense than longing. Something like this, you have clean invalidation above the monthly open, maybe targets, yeah, somewhere down here. What would I be looking for? Longs, some downside, kilo, then a sweep of that low, strength to come in, and then we can target higher. But yeah, I will be more comfortable in longs when we reclaim the monthly open. And then I think these highs up here are next into our quarterly mid-range and the yearly open. We haven't tested the yearly open yet, so I think if it's about to reverse all the way back down to the lows, that it's more likely we'll see something like this, where we deviate above, then get back below, and then look for shorts there and target lower. And yeah, a clean break above these levels will probably result in a massive short squeeze and send us straight into these highs in here, so into 57s. Yeah, many trapped by head and shoulders pattern, I guess. What's the name of this beautiful melody? It's a lo-fi anim playlist. How many trades a week do you take per average on a week? Mostly like 3 or 4, something around there. But yeah, I mean, you always want to be waiting for the setup and not fix on a certain amount of trades, right? So yeah, I'm at 2 trades right now, 2 longs. It's crazy because everyone was bearish as fuck, calling bulls crazy, and I only longed this week and have 2-on-2 profits. So yeah. So any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. Yeah, probably goes for some lows right here. Also flat 4-hour low, which will probably get taken. This here. Maybe not now, but... basically, on the monthly, right, we're simply ranging within, yeah, we've had 3 months of inside bars, basically. So another way to kind of give you a view of where we're trading is marking those levels out. So monthly. So let's mark them out with January high, no, January low, and January high. And then last month's high and last month's low. Right, so as you can see, basically nothing has happened. We're simply compressing within this range. So I would say if we head for the highs first, then the chances of it being a deviation increase. And if we go for well, if we, then it's a deviation, those chances increase, and it's likely that the move gets faded. And if we head for the lows first and deviate those, it's more likely that we reverse from there and head for higher targets. Okay, so basically what I'm saying, if we do this, if this is about to go for the lows, it makes more sense to take out all of these levels to the upside and then start nuking. And if it heads for the lows from here first, then long your longs and go for the highs. Make sense? Although the level, the scenario where we would go for the lows first would give me more confidence. Because yeah, Bitcoin, I mean, there's infinite upside and limited downside, right? So I don't know, I feel like looking for longs will always be more profitable. Well, maybe not profitable, but yeah, I don't know how to explain. It's like the risk reward to the upside is so much better down here than the risk reward to the downside. You know what I'm saying? So it makes much more sense than longing down here or longing the sweep of the lows than shorting here or shorting the sweep of the highs. So I'd be much more comfortable in longing down here than shorting up here. What's your risk per trade? Mostly like 2% or something. Do you trade FX and metals? I don't trade them, but I bought some commodities like 2 weeks ago. But no, I mostly trade Bitcoin. What are your thoughts on Bitcoin strength and ETH weakness? I don't really trade ETH. I mostly look at Bitcoin and trade Bitcoin, so makes sense. Yeah, I hope everything I say makes sense. If it doesn't, feel free to let me know. But yeah, so monthly open is gonna be key, I think, which is right here. If that gets faded, yeah, then we're probably in for these lows, at least. If we get above here, then it's probably gonna run for last month's high, January high. But yeah, to be honest, then I don't think we stop before at least taking out this in here. And that's probably where I'm gonna be looking for hedges, or above these highs, maybe even. Lots of liquidity above here as well. But yeah, it's I'm focus a lot on whether the highs have been swept already or not. Like here, for example, as I already said, we didn't sweep the highs and went for the lows straight away. If this would have done this, then longs from here would have been less, then I would have been less confident, because the highs would have already been swept and then there wouldn't be a clean draw to the upside. While right now, we left all of those highs and went for the lows, so the draw was massively to the upside, lots of liquidation levels resting to the upside, yeah, which gave it a lot of confluence. Have you seen the long build-up on Bybit? Nope. To be honest, I mostly trade the charts and don't look at many other factors. 2-3% of the position or your capital of my capital. How do you manage your time and keep patiently wait for setups? I assume there's a lot of free time, right? Yeah, there is. That's the one thing where most people fail, is waiting for their setups. The moment you start losing is mostly the moment where you're not patient enough and enter a trade because you're bored or want to make profit. But the key in success is waiting for the ideal setups and only taking those. Have a plan, then wait for the plan, and then trade. How do you manage leverage? Leverage is irrelevant. It's all about your risk you take and your position size. Also, feel free to subscribe to my channel and like the stream. Helps me a lot in growing this. So yeah, to be honest, I have no clue what's next. If this is gonna completely reverse or if this is gonna keep going. So yeah, what do you do if you don't know what to do? Just simply wait. Wait for something clean to set up and then execute. And for me, that's basically wait for some kind of range to form, or just want to see some more price action, maybe make a key low, then sweep the highs, look for a short towards that low, get out again. Like, I'm not looking to catch the next move to here or to here. I'm simply looking for a basic range play, get in, get out, and that's it, and then wait again for the next move. This one was, I was pretty lucky that this move happened overnight, because probably otherwise I had my TP here, I would have probably closed the rest like somewhere around here. But yeah, I was sleeping, so was pretty lucky, but still my bias was right down here. It's also when this kind of PA happens, where you see chop and where you see pumps and then nukes and then pumps and straight back down, that's the PA that wants to drive everyone crazy and wipe everyone out, flip everyone from bullish to bearish to bullish to bearish before the real move. And the key in success then is to stick to your bias, set your stops and leave it. And don't think like, oh shit, this one is so bearish, just close down here. No, simply wait for your invalidation to hit or for profit. And that's what I did, and it paid off. And that's also what I did down here and here, and yeah, we'll continue to do that. That's why for a lot of people it's much better to set your trades, set your stop. For me it was something like this. Invalidation, like I kept my invalidation wide enough to allow for another sweep in case we got that. But I was like, if this is about to nuke from here, the sweep of Monday low should be quick and then a violent buyback. Because why? Because then that would have been another sweep of the low with all of this liquidity to the upside. So then I was expecting this to be a quick wick and then the upside, but we didn't even get it. But that's why I kept my stops below here, just to keep it safe. And yeah, then I'm not gonna close when we do this, right? Just set, forget. If the invalidation is there, there's no point in closing a bearish close down here, because that's basically exactly what they want you to do. They want you to close your longs here, to flip short, then they pump it again, close your short, flip long again, they dump it again, until you give up, and then the move happens. How do you... Are you watching order books? Nope. Do you look at CME gaps? Nope. How do you take profits? I always struggle with TP. Do you use FIPS or just based on supply and demand? Mostly liquidity. I mostly target highs and lows. So in this case, that's why I had 50% of my TP above these highs already, because we could have done this, then range a little and then nuked it back down. Well, it can still happen. But it's less likely now because, yeah, we've basically... If this was just a liquidity sweep, it would have probably done this and then just straight down. But yeah, taking profits at key highs and key lows will always be the main thing I do. Especially when there's confluence right above or right below. If there's confluence here with demand, supply, sorry, and then a key level like monthly open, for example, then the chances of just sweeping and nuking increase, which is why taking profit there is a good idea. But mostly I close like 50% at a certain high and then look at the reaction, and if it has a lot of strength and the momentum is strong, then I'll look to hold, and if not, I'll get fully out. Pumped at the same time the executive order summary was mistakenly published. Turns out it's not as scary as people thought. Yeah, I don't care about the news, man. Like that Putin news came out. No, that Biden news. What was it? It was like everyone was shorting it down here, and as you can see, that's what it led to. So most of the bearish news marks bottoms, and most of the bullish news marks tops, and that's how it's always gonna be. The sentiment, fading the sentiment, and yeah, the news will always be one of the best things you can do. Everyone bearish news coming out, look for longs. Already liked and subbed to your channel. I also have my bell icon clicked. Hey, thanks, man. Shahik. Dieter. Could Elon tweet caused this pump? His picture with the companies. I don't know, man. Don't look for reasons on why this happened. Why did we pump, they ask. I mean, it doesn't matter. It was all in the charts. The area we pumped from was also OTE. Always, man, always. People don't realize it. How fucking OP it is. Like, I can give you like 1,000 examples of OTE doing its job recently. Which is also the reason I'm cautious here, because as you can see, monthly open is resting in this area. Supply is resting here, the area that led to the down move. So if we top here locally, go for another sweep, yeah, I might look for a short. OTE once again, brother. Coin Talk, what's up, mate? Like here, for example, as well. If you don't count a wick, We'll have to see how the daily closes, I guess. Although that I don't really care about the close. Because yeah, we've seen it a lot where we close strong and then reverse all the way back down. We also barely have a daily wick to the downside. So I hope we don't get faded here. I think if this gets faded, that it's game over. Like doing this and then reversing again makes less sense. I think if it wants to go higher to 50k or something, or above, I think it should do it from here. If we start fading, then I think January low into these lows is next. But yeah, we'll see, I guess. We're simply compressing here. So yeah, it will be fun to watch what's going to happen. I hope upside, but I mean, I'm ready for both. OTE is key FIP levels. Yes, so OTE is basically whenever you have a move to the upside from a low to a high, you want to look for longs on the retrace into the OTE. So then you want to draw from the low to the high. And then these are your levels, the 6.2 FIP level and the 7.9 FIP level. And the 7.05 level is going to be the range EQ or the mid-range or the range mean, whatever you want to call it, between these two levels. So as you can see, if I draw a range between these two, that's going to be your FIP, your range EQ. Okay, so then you want to look for bullish PA into OTE. Always want to look for confluence. So for example, demand here, if you've been ranging here a little and then saw the continuation, that's beautiful confluence. If there's a key level, a monthly open, a daily open, I don't care, a weekly open, and then look for a low to being formed here. Look for a sweep of that low into OTE, and that's a massive setup. Then look for longs back to highs. And the exact same way, the other way around. So for shorts, you want to be looking for a high, then downside, the low, and then you want to look for shorts on OTE. So from the high to the low. Look for bearish PA into the highs. Look for confluence here of supply key levels and short it back to the lows. As you can see here, what was the move to the upside? From this low, we went to these highs. So from low to high in one swing. OTE, boom. Look for bullish PA into OTE. So what did we have? Local demand here that led to this upside. We made multiple lows that got swept, and together with that, the sentiment extremely bearish, liquidation levels got hit, clean liquidations to the upside, clean highs to the upside, long it, stops below. That was exactly the setup I took. Makes sense? Yep, OTE stands for optimal trade entry. So yeah, how do you draw OTE right now? From this low to this high. So your OTE is gonna be here. If this is the top, of course. And yeah, if this is the top, you see it lines up with this demand sideways price action that led to the big move to the upside. So nice confluence there already. The weekly open must be resting somewhere there as well. Yep, weekly open here. So then you want to be looking for some bullish PA into there. Although in this case I would probably not take it, because yeah, you know Bitcoin. If Bitcoin does a move like this and it's a bullish move, then you're most likely not gonna get this area. Then it's probably doing something like this and then straight up continue to the upside. If it's not a bullish move, then it will probably range a little here, probably sweeps the lows, then goes for the highs, and then does this straight down all through this into new lows, new local lows at least, for there. That's just Bitcoin's behavior, at least lately. But yeah, it's been like that for ages. If Bitcoin's bullish, it doesn't give you the dips you want. Then you just want to get in and yeah, long it at mark price. If it's bearish, then it just ranges a little, distributes, and then just nukes straight down. Get another BART. So yeah, could we get the same where, as you can see, bullish, then all the way back down, bullish, down, yeah, or this bigger move, bullish, all the way back down. I mean, it's pretty much been the flavor of the month. So are we gonna do the same? I mean, no clue. But with the daily time frame compressing that much, like we're simply still in the same range, right? And making lower highs, but also higher lows. I'd start being, yeah, a little more careful on your trades, because, and yeah, take profit where you can, because the chances of us getting a big ass move soon are pretty high in my opinion. So I think we get a real move real soon, and you're not gonna be willing to fade it. I think if it starts breaking out to the upside, then I think at least 56k over the course of, yeah, a few days, maybe weeks. But then I think, yeah, not a lot of downside and straight up in here. If it goes lower, then I think you also, yeah, probably, I don't know, man. To the downside, I don't have a clear scenario, to be honest. Whether you want to long this, if it does it, or not. Could also just cascade down all the way for these lows. But yeah, that's less likely, I think. I think upside. What do you think about the fact that we haven't picked up liquidity at the lows yet? So 36.9, 34, 36.9. Oh yeah, these. Yeah, well, for Bitcoin it's pretty easy, because the bigger players don't care if they have to buy here or here on the higher time frame. So I feel like liquidity to the downside has a bigger role on the lower time frames than it does on the higher time frames. You know what I'm saying? Like on the lower time frames, if you have clean lows, they're mostly gonna get swept. But on the higher time frames, they don't really care if they have to buy 35s or 30s. That 5k is not gonna do much if your target is a 100k plus, you know. So yeah, that's why I think it has a bigger role on the lower time frames than on the higher time frames. Also to the upside, to be honest. Says more on the lower time frames than on the higher time frames. But yeah, of course we could as well. We could do this, but I feel like doing this is not needed for a move to 50k. Do you know what I'm saying? Like on the lower time frames, I say a lot like I don't think that move is gonna happen from here because it doesn't have the fuel to do it. And because yeah, there's lots of lows to the downside, so I think like a move below those and then the rip upwards is more likely. Like I'm not gonna say that on the daily because that doesn't make sense in my opinion. Saying like we need this for fuel for this, nah. Or we don't need this for fuel for this. Well, that makes more sense in my opinion. But yeah, that's how I see it. See, whenever you see this 4 hour flat low, well, flat bottom candle, and then higher low, higher low, higher low. So just marking out all the hourly lows. That's a great ingredients of going for the highs here, especially if you have confluence like monthly open, supply, taking out this and this into a key level, then the chances of it scamming you and doing this increase a lot. While if we would have done this and then went for the lows and then head up again, then I'd feel less confidence in shorting here. But if we do go for like 42.5 or something from here, then the chances of doing this increase. So then I'd feel more comfortable in shorts. But yeah, I'm not shorting this yet, of course. But I feel like looking for a short hedge here soon does make sense. $56 in 1 or 2 daily candles. Everyone trying to get in would be top kick. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, 56 in 2 dailies, that would be... Your Twitter link in the description is not working. Oops. Should work. Can agree 36.9 is fuel. Yeah. I think if we're about to go to 56, we don't need to take out the lows. We definitely have enough in my opinion. Ooh dang. Ooh dang. Nice stream, been following you since a long time. Hey, thanks man. Holy shit. Yeah, crazy things about to happen soon, probably. And since we got this move, if this doesn't get faded, be ready for some fireworks. I mean, you've had chances enough, right? To buy. Let's just send it to fucking 56. Weekly, monthly, higher low will be set then. Yep, exactly. A break of 44.5 and I am mega bullish. Yeah. To be honest, I think you want to be mega bullish right here. It's beautiful. Yeah, we'll have to see about what this is, right? That's basically the range we're in. So let's see. Okay, any more questions? Otherwise, I'm gonna hop off. Was a good stream. So yeah, I mean, after a move like this, I mostly just sit out for a while. I called it. I'm happy. Been a good week already. So just gonna be taking it easy. Wait for some kind of range to set up here, and then I'll be looking to play the extremes. That's basically what I'm waiting for here. Not looking to catch the next leg. Massive lag to the upside or to the downside obviously would be nice, but that's not. I'm in spot Bitcoin still, so yeah, that'll do. So yeah, I can't really say much about next trade setups, but because we'll have to see. But yeah, I'll do another stream when we have that, and then go over the plans again. Okay. Go make some good profits. You deserve it. Thanks, mate. Bless you. All right. Thanks for coming, guys. If you haven't already, please like. Helps me a lot. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.